Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Purge your thoughts of the life you knew before. Lyrics from Phantom of the Opera. Remember West End? Remember crowded venues full of faces, lips and nostrils out, and each mind oblivious to the fresh daily vocabulary soon to dominate conversation and thought, like new variant, social distancing, double masking, flatten the curve, COVID yet shielding, Zoom meeting, lockdown level 5.
To make it better, 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 better.
Remember friends, pride parades, pints, hotels, kisses and cuddles on nights out, heels and special occasion dresses, restaurants. The old normal seems exhausting now. I watch back on it from this new comfort zone of sanitized hands and blue light, and I wonder how I ever had the energy. And I cry, lots actually, as part of my Groundhog Day routine. Tears of what? I don't know. They just are. They fall all over the laptop, into the banana bread dough. I cry for the old normal and from fear that my son will never experience it. Airports never went back to normal after 9/11, did they? Are we a changed people? What do you think? A birthday bash, a convention, a holiday, a crowded pub. What must those things be like? Will I ever climb into human soup in Iceland again? I used to cry exploring new cities. Now I'm crying watching myself exploring new cities like I'm watching Rose and Jack party it up on the Titanic. Black Mirror. The inequality virus. Government responses will push the number of people living in extreme poverty to over 1 billion. Are we all in this together? People deemed essential to the lifestyles of those of us with money, they risk it without choice in the matter every day to sell us their pastries, while others desperate to work aren't allowed and have to borrow to feed their kids. Round we go, a year on. Essential workers get sick. The lucky ones cozy up and complain about missing nights out while people die alone, while people get long COVID and deal with it often alone, while women find out they've lost their babies alone, while the elderly were essentially locking up to protect them bow out of this world alone. We debate, we disagree, we change our minds, we don't know what we believe anymore because the TV said yellow, but the stats said blue and my gut said green, and the wealth transfer happening in the background screams red, red, the blood of angry men. We reflect on what really matters. We slow down. We notice the leaves on the trees and the birds singing and the void that others once filled. We seek in our screens something we'll never find there. I miss theatre. I miss family. I miss smooth landings after lounging in the clouds with shitty airplane food. And I miss thinking 2016 was the worst year. I miss feeling like I knew what was going on in the world. I miss cinema, events, getting lost, bookshops, cafes, hairdressers, not worrying about loved ones getting fucking COVID, not hearing or reading the word COVID 100 times a day, being oblivious, believing in a secure and hopeful future. I'm looking back and forward too often, and I'm trying to be right here. Today is all we really have, but what is today without dreams of tomorrow? I don't know anymore because I've always dreamed. And dreaming isn't possible when you're skating on ice that's paper thin. Paper thin promises. Just a few weeks to flatten the curve. Stay at home. Actually, no, don't worry about it. Don't wear masks. No, sorry, we take that back. It'll be over by Christmas. It's not over, but enjoy Christmas. But see these spikes, they're all your fault. Who do you think you are visiting your granny? gaslighting, thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Death counts, another new world thing. All of those clicks resuscitating dinosaur media. Honestly, there was a time when I'd have given my right hand to be told I'd have an empty social calendar for 2020. I was completely burned out. But if I knew then that it would come with a debt of like 50 billion for my little country, I'd have given 2 to undo that future timeline. Many right now would bet limbs on the fact that it's all a ruse, that we're in the Truman Show, but please, don't listen to the Mad Hatters. Family have lost taste and smell, people I've met through work have ended up on life support. It's not a bad cold like some early headlines cried, like the dark corners of Reddit would have you believe, that nobody died. Infodemic, psychological warfare, little old me trending on Twitter for defending the right to peaceful protest. A guy arrested for going to the beach on his own. People not bothering to wash their hands anymore. Empty churches. Cancelled weddings, broken marriages, kids caged in with their abusers, cancelled cancer treatments, grey roots, rise in eating disorders, lack of new houses, living's just existing, but we say, sure, we're all alive. Is it any wonder why we're all losing our minds a bit? Will the world ever be the same again? Please spill all your feelings into the comments and share with one another, because virtual connection is all that some of us have right now, and it's sure better than nothing.